everyone, Linda here, the Scrapbooking Photographer. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back if you've been here before. If you're new, then welcome and thanks for stopping by. Today I'm taking part in a hop for Ginger's Corner and we're talking embellishments. This week the theme is the colour block and the colour is pink. So I have pink nails to go with the theme. There's a few pink things coming up and I happen to have these done for a recent birthday celebration, so I thought I'd keep them going for the several pink things that are coming up. So embellishments, what I thought I would do today, because it's pink, I'm going to start with dark and move to a bit lighter in the front. This paper is from Stampin' Up and it's called Marbled Elegance, and it comes as a pack of designer series paper on its own or as part of the suite. On the back it's got these beautiful flowers, so that's right up my alley. So I'm going to use some gold paper clips, which are just paper clips from the stationery shop, and that's what we're going to build our embellishments around today. We've got 5 of those we need, and we're going to use both sides of this paper. So we're going to cut one strip 1.5 inches wide, 1.5 inches wide, oops, and we're going to trim that in half. It's 12 by 12 paper, so we'll end up with 2 6-inch strips, and I'll prepare others. I'll just go through this quickly while you're watching. On the reverse, I'm going to trim at 3/4 of an inch. Now, I think it's worth mentioning that it's good to turn the paper over so that the side you're going to be using is facing up, and that gives you a better cut edge on the side. And this one only needs to be 4 inches long, so we'll get 3 pieces out of the one strip. Right, so we can pop that to one side because that's all the trimming we've got to do. And then we're going to take this piece and fold it in half like so. Then with scissors, I'm going to measure the width of it so that the middle's on a line that we can trim up, and we'll go up about 1/2 inch. And then come in from the corners to meet that intersection. So that will give us a fishtail effect. Now all our embellishing is going to be on one side and the back will go on the other side. This one we're going to do the same. So folding it in half, and then lining it up so we can have the middle like so, and then coming in from the corners to give us a fishtail on that piece as well. So grabbing a paper clip, what we're going to do is use the long edge. So the paper clip is a big roundy shape, but one side of it is a long straight piece of metal. So we're going to thread that through like so and stick it down. So it is quite important to get these ones lined up so that they're the same whether you look at the back or the front. And then this one we can do the same thing to. Now this needs some sticky on both sides because we'll thread it through. And I like to leave a little bit of the background paper on this side and then just make sure it's straight so that there's an even amount down there. And the same on the, oops, come down a little bit too far, to move it up a bit. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. So I'll just go ahead and get a few more to that stage, and then we'll come back and do the next piece of embellishment. So as I finish putting these together, I just thought it was worth mentioning that I have, when I've put them together, looked at both sides of the background and decided which one we want to put the other one on. So for example, that one's darker on that side and that one's got a bit more light on it, and that's the side it's going on. But I think if we put it here, it sort of has a little bit more contrast. So it's just a matter of looking at the paper you're using and where it's going to have the most impact. If you lift the paper clip up a little bit, you can thread that through quite easily. So for this hop, the embellishments that we make will be posted away to our captains and then shared out amongst the recipients so that we all get different ones coming back. So I'm making 6. I don't know how many will be in my group because I'm in New Zealand, so I post New Zealand or Australia. After that it tends to get a little bit expensive, so it tends to be fairly local, and sometimes we only get 3 or 4, so we'll see how we go. But it doesn't worry me because I will have extras in my stash from what I've made that I will use, because pink is my favourite colour, so these are bound to come in handy. Now the next stage that I want to do is cut some circles so they sit on top of each other, and I think what I'd like to do is use these 2 circles here, that one and then that one on top of it. And the 2 colours I think would work best are the darker colour. So this one has little roses on top of it, and I think that coordinates quite nicely. And then if we bring out a little bit of the lighter one with the smaller die cut, then we get 2 circles like that. And you can use whichever circles or shapes you have on hand. You might have a punch that nests together that you could put on there, 2 hearts or 2 flowers or anything. I've just used circles because I really like these Spotlight on Nature circles from Stampin' Up at the moment. But I have cut them out in advance so that we can just race through and put these together. I do like things relatively centered, so I'll put the lighter pink in the middle of the darker pink. And then when I put it on here, I want it to go off center. So I've kept some of the sticky towards that side, so we don't want it overlapping. So I'll just pop it there so it's above the fishtail and below the paper clip. And that size seems to work quite well. So we'll race through these other ones while I just remind you that this is a hop. There'll be loads of ideas out there to put together for pink embellishments. So each month there is a colour theme, and then there is a different theme in the middle of the month, and then at the end there is more of a partner swap, so a theme that we get to make a group of embellishments on. I was quite a bit disappointed to miss the last one, which was a birthday bash. I had loads of ideas, but I just did not get time to do it. I will be making some birthday embellishments for some videos coming up, so if you want to see what I come up with, then if you push the subscribe button, you will get notified when those videos come up. If you haven't subscribed already, I would love you to come on board. I'm trying really hard to get to 500 subscribers, and I've got about 50 to go, so if you can help me out there, that would be fabulous. Thank you very much. So I quite like doing these videos because I don't have to worry too much about the photos, and these are made fairly generically so that other people can use them without it being too personal. Right, so I've got one extra that I haven't cut for. So we'll pop those to one side and we'll pop that away. I might put something different on that one. Now the next thing in the middle, I'm using from the heart-shaped dies, which is currently a promotion with the Celebration from Stampin' Up. So when you spend a certain amount of money, and it's different depending on which country you're in, you get to choose a set of die cuts or papers or something else for free. So this little set I got for free recently, and it's just fabulous. I've used it lots of times, and today I have cut them out in gold. So this is the gold foil paper, again from Stampin' Up, and I just love the way they look. So I'll pop this back before I lose it. I just cut them out in advance so that you didn't have to sit there and watch me cutting them all. Whoops, cutting them all on camera. So I'll just put a little bit of sticky on these, and they're going in the middle of our pink circles. I've decided to put something else down the bottom. And what I chose, I will show you just as soon as I get this little devil on here. There we go. So you can see that they're the same but different because of the paper in the background. And then these little sequins come with a set of gold ones. And for example, on here, I'm just going to put two big ones and a little one. So that gives us the gold paper clip, the gold flower, and the gold sequence. So 3 little patches of gold against the pink backdrop. And I like the way that the pinks are going from dark to light and then corresponding with the white in the background as well. I'm quite happy to post these off to whoever I get drawn with when sign up becomes available tomorrow. My cousin put these nails, they're artificial nails, and my cousin put them on for me. I've never actually worn them before, but I thought they were quite a good idea with the colours and stuff. We don't get to see each other very often, some of my cousins, but they've been here for a few days around my birthday, which has just been very special. There we go. So keep an eye out for the sign up for this swap. Now on this one, I'm going to put them on the other side, just because I think they'll stand out better on the right hand side, on the lighter background, than on that pink side where it's already just a little bit busy with the gold foil and the paper. And whoever receives these, of course, can add their own touch. They might have a particular ribbon that they want to add up here, or perhaps it's for a birthday celebration and they put a number somewhere. So it leaves a little bit of room for the recipient to add their own flair, if you like. So there are my 5, and then I have the prototype, so I have 6 embellishments for pink. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Happy crafting!